Charles Purcell presents.
Hi, I'm Peter Donalds, and this is NeoRadio, independent audio art. In this special half hour, we'll hear the news, the family news, as told by Nancy in her audio letter to Uncle Willard and Aunt Thelma. We pepper in a lot of original music by the likes of Seth Evans, Gail Schmidt, Kristen Wilkinson and Andy Landis, Boris Goldman and Alan Lorney, and Ryan Cohen. Also a new group that I discovered traveling through Des Moines, Iowa this past weekend, Fingers. It's NeoRadio, independent audio art.
Just gonna try my hand at a little tape here. This thing sounds so scratchy, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it anyway since I don't know where the problem's coming from. It must just be something inside. It sounds like you hear a motor or something.
On that water, washing me clean on the banks of Muscatine. Even though the bottom you can't quite see, did I come to the river? Or did it come to me? Well, I come to the river, going back and forth. Comes and it goes, it's always changing course. Something kind of steady about all that change. Well, I come to the river going up and down. Nothing else to do in this tugboat town but watch the river fill with rain. And I watch it roll away again. Shared some grief a while ago, but there's something in between. It's quickly waking and in dreaming. I wish you could know what I know, that the river's only part of water and the rest is flow. I come in the river going back and forth. Comes and it goes, it's always changing course. Something kind of steady about all that change. Well, I come to the river going up and down. Nothing else to do in this tugboat town but watch the river fill with rain. And I watch it roll away again. in my veins. A town like Muscatine isn't ever what it seems, when it seems that the river's all that keeps you sane. And if you're feeling dry by the river, then it's sure to rain. Like calm as the river goes back and forth, calm as it goes, it's always changing course. Something kind of steady about all that change. Like calm as the river going up and down, nothing else to do in this tugboat town but watch the river fill with rain. And I watch it roll away. Roll away again.
First of all, Willard, I really want to thank you for that beautiful little wind thing that you made me. I was going to hang it out on the deck, but I've been showing it to so many people. I'm going to keep it here in my bedroom for a while, and everybody's just amazed over how your little fingers crafted that. It just means so much to me, everything I've got that you've made me. I just always got it on display around here, like that clock and that little turtle and those little candle holders that you made. Now I got this little thing to add to my collection, so I feel pretty privileged knowing that my Uncle Willard made that for me. Also, I've got all the stuff that Thelma made too. That always means so much to me. Anyway, sure was glad to get Mom and Daddy back home. They had real nice trip. They had a lot of fun up there in Wisconsin. And, but sure was lonely around here without them. While they were gone, Stephen's wife was in the hospital with kidney stones. She's doing a little bit better now, and then last week Sandy had to go in the hospital. She had her gallbladder out. So she's been pretty sick, but she's doing a lot better now. So seems like we've had a little bit of sickness around here. But other than that, everybody's doing, fairly well. Pretty good, I guess. And I still am in bed all the time. I always feel like if I can just walk to the bathroom and back, I feel like at least I'm not losing that much ground, but It's been kind of a pretty rough year, but I'm rallying a little bit now. I have such a hard time on that darn chemotherapy. I get so sick from it, and just when I get over the symptoms of that one, and then I have to have it again. So that's the kind of bad thing about that. But anyway, if it just keeps this stuff from getting any worse, I'm thankful for that.
The train vibrates through my shoes into my feet. The sun turns my round brown eyes into little orange slices. The air's so fresh and clean after winter's first rain, and the wind is singing opera so sweet. What a great day to give up pain. 'Cause it's been too long since I sat and wrote a poem. Too long since I thought about my mom. Too long since I've let a touch mean everything. Too long since I thought about giving up some pain. What a great day. What a great day. This day reminds me of toast and tea, of Linda calling me just to say hello. This day reminds me of that train ride alone, of singing on a porch back home, of my lover's sweet hold. I don't want to let it go. I've never been too good at settling down and feeling satisfied. I've never been too good at sitting around or feeling hopeful about the times. But I guess I've always found some way to make myself laugh. 'Cause I know deep in my soul there's a little spring in every dry dirt patch. What a great day. What a great day. This day reminds me of toast and tea, of Linda calling me just to say hello. This day reminds me of that train ride alone, of singing on a porch back home, of my lover's sweet hold. I don't want to let it go. The train vibrates through my shoes into my feet. The sun turns my round brown eyes into little orange slices. The air's so fresh and clean after winter's first rain, and the wind is singing opera so sweet. What a great day to give up pain. What a great day. What a great day.
But I do feel so fortunate because I got Roger and the kids, and I just could have never asked for just a more precious husband than Roger. He's just always so happy, and he has to do so many things for me, and he always does everything with such a glad heart, and that makes such a great big difference. If he didn't do that, I just don't think I could even take this. And of course, you know, the kids are real supportive. We just have a good time, and that's one of the things that I was talking to one of these ladies that have got this same stuff that I've got, and she just doesn't have a real good marriage or home life or anything. And I was just telling her, I said, the one thing that Roger and I have always been able to do is laugh. I said, we just have such a good time together. We've always just, you know, it's just seen some of this stuff that I guess is really heartbreaking, you know, like certain things with my body, and we've just been able to just laugh and just get hysterical about a lot of things. So even though things look bad sometimes, you know, I just really feel so lucky. And of course, you know, the Lord is just, I always feel His presence with me, and sometimes I get kind of down and I think, gee, am I ever going to get any better, or what's going to happen? And then the Lord always comes to me with that peace, and I just feel His joy just well up within me. So I do know that the Lord has given me a real special gift, and I just am real thankful for that. And I just don't feel like I've got anything to complain about, because things could be so much worse for me. But I'm getting ready to have some surgery on my hands. My hands are just like claws. I can't do anything with them anymore, really. And that metacarpal bones are just all, my fingers all shift to one side. And so I'm going to have some plastic implants put in there, and eventually I'll get new hips and new knees. I need one new ankle and a new shoulder. And probably be bionic when all that is done, but I don't think that they think I'm going to get too much more mobile because of that. Just I won't have as much pain, and that's what wears me down, is that darn pain after I get it for so bad, and that's what I just feel like I just can't take anymore. But I haven't had quite as much pain here lately, so I feel real thankful for that too.
Little darling, when you left that night, was something missing? Did your bag feel like? 'Cause you took the china and the color TV, but you forgot your memory. Well, I tried to mail it, marked it COD, and I even wrote special delivery. Came back, return to sender, darling, can't you see that you forgot your memory? You packed your pictures and your stereo. You wanted Fido, but he would not go. Surely you noticed when you dropped off your key that you forgot your memory. Well, I marked it fragile, do not x-ray or bend. Then I sent it to you, and for days on end I was fine and dandy till it came back to me. Yes, you forgot your memory.
On everybody's kids and what everybody's doing. Let's see now. Our oldest one now is 23, and he's going back to school this month. he was down in Florida for 2 years in college studying computers, and he's going to go on a little bit more with that. He was engaged at one time, and he's not engaged anymore, so that's kind of good, because he wasn't really prepared for married life too much, kind of not financially set too much with that. Lisa's 21 now, and she just moved out a couple of weeks ago. She's got her little apartment close to where she works, but she just continues to be my little ray of sunshine. She's just such a big help, always so willing to do for me and take me where, to the doctor and everything. So on the days when I have to go to the doctor, she comes home the night before and spends the night so we can leave early. And but she's been going with a guy, and I don't see anything too much coming out of that. But although he's nice, but she wants to wait a couple of years before she gets married. And Michael is 17. He'll be a senior next year, and he's getting an art scholarship to an art college down in Savannah, Georgia. So they're all kind of making their little niches in the world. And like I said, we've been so lucky. The kids have been such good kids that we just have never had any trouble out of them, and I just am so thankful to the Lord for that. But Barbara now, her oldest one is married. Bradley is married. Scott is 23, and he goes to school. And then that little one of theirs, Eric, he's 13, and he he's still he's in grade school or whatever a 13-year-old is. Of course, Bevy, she's got that oldest one of hers is married, and then that other one is in college. I see they won the North Dakota State Palm Bowl last year, so Jerry played in that, so we were all real proud of that. We saw that on TV. Stephen's still got just the 3 kids. John is 15, and Katie is 11, and Adam is 7. And they're doing quite well. Sharon is the old grandma of the bunch. She's got, I think, 5 grandchildren. Let's see, Sherry, the oldest one, has 1. Her little boy is, he's 9 or 10 months now. Just a little doll. And Butch, her second kid, he's got 2 boys. One is 5 and one is a year old. And Jackie has a little baby that's, she must be about 4 months old now. And of course David is 18 and almost 18. He's still in school. And, let's see now. Jerry, he's still just married. All they got is that dog. I don't guess they'll ever have any kids. But he's such a comedian. We just get such a kick out of him. And of course, ever since he's found out he's got diabetes back in January, he's kind of, all he talks about now is nutrition and what kind of food he's got to eat. But He's kind of my special little pet. He'll be 37 here tomorrow. See, Sandy, she's still got just the 2 kids. Danny is 11 and Debbie is 7. But she's going to go over to Mama's now when she gets out of the hospital. I guess Mom will have to take care of her for a couple of days when she gets out of the hospital.
It's NeoRadio. Independent audio art.
My gosh, you'd think that another baby had never been born in the world before that little
Contributing artist this week,
but he really is a sweet little baby.
Fingers,
She's going to come
Seth
over and
Evans,
spend the day with me.
Gail Schmidt,
She kind of comes over and
Kristen Wilkinson with
cleans
Andy
her
Landis,
out. I know
and Boris Goldman with Alan Lorney. Also, Ryan Cohen.
Doesn't clean like a woman does, and my kitchen gets kind of greasy and everything. So
And with her audio letter to Emily and Willard, folk spoken word artist Nancy.
Wipe down some of that stuff because it just gets built up sometimes.
Much of what you hear on NeoRadio comes to us from independent writers, musicians, home tapers, the folk artists of the electronic age. We're hoping that you'll count yourself among that category of artists and send us your work. It's NeoRadio.
That's true, you know.
Independent
But,
audio
Mom and Dad
art.
would just love to go over there, out to California, but it's so, if I hadn't gotten sick, Barbara and I would have been out there already. Because we're kind of the travelers, we're kind of the nomads. You know, we have a lot of fun together. But Mom and Daddy got a great big old garden going out there. Daddy's been just going crazy ever since he got back. He's planting grapes and figs and tomatoes and strawberries and blueberries and raspberries and plus, you know, all of his tomatoes and potatoes and carrots and radishes and beans and squash.
So there it is, NeoRadio. Original broadcast July 5th, 1998. If you want to be part of the new NeoRadio, our reboot, send your original music, sound sculpture, found sound, spoken word art of any kind to Charles Bursell at Gmail. This episode of Charles Bursell Presents is available right now wherever you find your podcasts, or go to the website charlesbursell.com for the full archive and all the other series in the podcast family. Follow, comment, and contact me on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks to our flagship station, River West Radio, riverwestradio.com. Theme music composed and performed by Peter Donalds. From the New Arts and Media Studios in Milwaukee, I'm Charles Bursell.